Hey guys, today I'm going to be talking to you about an alternative treatment for your excessive sweating or hyperhidrosis. And you may not be very familiar with the idea, but acupuncture is actually very effective for hyperhidrosis. Now, if you've been having trouble relieving your excessive sweating with conventional methods like clinical strength deodorants or even more advanced treatments such as iontophoresis, then acupuncture for hyperhidrosis may be your next step. Hyperhidrosis acupuncture originated in Asia in the form of Chinese medicine, and oftentimes holistic medicine like this is overlooked by modern Western medicine. But it may be worth pursuing before attempting surgery, like an ETS surgery, you may know it as endoscopic thoracic surgery, or prescription medications like Robenal. I've tested it out for a couple of months and I can attest to the palpable difference in my sweating. And surprisingly, I found acupuncture to be very powerful as a solution for controlling my sweating. And, I'm not the only one either. Clinical studies for hyperhidrosis have shown that acupuncture is actually very effective for many sufferers worldwide. And there's a specific reason for this. I'm going to get to it in just a little bit. First, I just want to quickly talk about what acupuncture is if you're not familiar. Acupuncture is the science of stimulating pressure points across the anatomy using a number of techniques. It involves the application of pressure points through the penetration of skin using metallic needles. And you probably already know about the concept of acupuncture, but let's delve a little deeper and just talk about what it feels like. Now, the needles are hair thin, and it's really completely painless despite how it must sound to have lots of needles on your body. When the needles are first inserted, it's done through a tiny metallic tube, and the needle penetrates the top layer of your skin and just sort of idles back and forth gently. And some say it's almost like a gentle tingling sensation when the needle first enters. However, I don't want to mislead you here. There have been clinical studies for acupuncture that have shown, some patients do report discomfort or even soreness the next day, but by no means should acupuncture be a very painful experience. And that said, if you do opt for hyperhidrosis acupuncture, it's very important that you choose a licensed practitioner very carefully. Oftentimes you can find one in your medical insurance network, on their website, and you can choose based on the ratings and feedback of other patients. Also, there are so many medical physicians out there that are additionally licensed in hyperhidrosis acupuncture. And if your doctor isn't licensed for acupuncture, I'm sure he or she can recommend a trusted practitioner. I just want to talk to you about the actual procedure itself. Western medicine's interpretation of hyperhidrosis acupuncture goes as follows. Acupoints, or where the needles are actually inserted, are based on sensory nerves of the skin called dermatomes. And when the needles are placed on these dermatomes, it has a direct effect on the body's nervous system. And it's interesting to mention that the dermatomes for hyperhidrosis acupuncture are aligned with many of the dermatomes penetrated to relieve anxiety and stress. Now, I mentioned a little earlier that this procedure can be very effective for specific excessive sweating sufferers, and it turns out that it's most effective for anxiety-induced sweating. Clinical studies for acupuncture that have followed this technique further prove that our emotions are direct triggers of hyperhidrosis sweating. Now, if you've been following my videos for any length of time, you know obviously hyperhidrosis is linked to a physical cause, the hyperactivity of your sympathetic nervous system. However, emotional triggers are a secondary cause as well. So let's get back to the dermatomes. Also they control internal body temperature. They have direct communication with your sympathetic system in the body. So acupuncture can have some minor effect on altering the behavior of your sympathetic nervous system, but in my experience, I'm just trying to tell you firsthand, it's mostly going to help you with anxiety or emotional induced sweating. Now, hyperhidrosis treatments may vary depending on the degree and location of your excessive sweating symptoms. For example, someone with palmar or plantar hyperhidrosis, excessive sweating in the hands or feet, may receive hyperhidrosis acupuncture treatment right on their hands and feet, as well as the sympathetic dermatome nerves in the chest or rib cage. In other cases, the acupuncturist may apply a more generalized treatment of the acupuncture. It really depends on the practitioner and your response to the treatments. And although hyperhidrosis acupuncture can provide relief on the first visit, I would give it about 2 to 3 weeks to become fully effective. And you just want to talk to your doctor to see how frequent you need to schedule the appointments. Now, let me just quickly detail my experience here. I found that while receiving this treatment, I felt overall more relaxed, and I definitely attribute that to my decrease in anxiety-induced sweating. Were the physical changes made with the stimulation of my dermatomes? I have no idea. I can only tell you what I felt, and yes, I did feel some improvement. After my own personal test with this treatment, though, I was curious as to what others had to say about it, and I spoke with many hyperhidrosis sufferers who have said that hyperhidrosis acupuncture helps phenomenally with their emotional induced sweating. But it's not so cut and dry. There were a lot of people I encountered who also told me it wasn't worth the effort and relief was minimal. So your own results may vary, and I'm not trying to be contradictory here, but I'm basically just trying to let some people told me it worked, some people told me it didn't. Your own body chemistry is going to determine the results for yourself, and the only way to find that out is to give it a shot. And it's very important that your expectations are realistic with this treatment. This is not going to turn off your sweating like a light switch. Generally speaking, hyperhidrosis acupuncture will be most effective at stopping your stress and emotionally induced perspiration. It's really considered a more holistic treatment, but results are profoundly respected in the medical community, so don't underestimate how beneficial this treatment option may be for you. And listen, it doesn't stop there. For more information on ending your excessive sweating permanently, you need to check out the free sweat tactics video I've posted on my site, www.prevent-sweating.com. It's going to show you the top 12 most effective sweat cures for hyperhidrosis. Most of them you can do right at home, and really relief from your sweating is just minutes away with a lot of these treatments. So go to the site, check out the free video, implement the techniques, and stay dry for life. It's really that simple. Just follow the directions, take action, and do it. That's it, guys. Take care. Bye.